So Attorney General Eric Holder suggested adding seats to the Supreme Court to offset the ones that were stolen from President Obama. Court packing, in other words. And you've said that you're against court packing because Republicans could just come back and repack the courts again after they retake power. But Republicans really have already packed the court. They stole a nomination and they put in Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, cementing a 5-4 conservative majority. Now, as a result, states all over the country are proposing and even passing extremely restrictive laws on abortion, punishing doctors that perform the procedure. Do you think that the best strategy in defending Roe versus Wade is to hope that Justice Roberts votes on the side of the liberal justices? Or have these recent attacks on a woman's right to choose caused you to fully consider court packing?
Thank you. It's the last time I invite all these debaters. That's the toughest questions. A couple things, and women's right to control their own bodies, to control their own health care is under constant assault now, like I don't think we ever imagined we'd see. In Colorado, we went in a different direction. We expanded women's rights. We expanded reproductive rights with a foundation grant of I think with about $5.3 million a year for 5 consecutive years. We went to every corner of the state. We used clinics and hospitals, private and public, brought together Republicans and Democrats, but we provided long-acting reversible contraception, so things like Norplants or IUDs, and allowed young women to decide when they wanted to have a family. And we reduced unintended pregnancy by 54%, and we reduced teenage abortion by 64%. And that's a tangent to your question, but I think it's valuable to recognize that there are things we can do all across the country that allow us to make real progress, even as we're debating some of these very serious issues about a woman's inalienable right to control their own bodies. I have said that the one place where I might consider court packing, because I do think it's a pendulum that goes back and forth, and each side adds 2 more justices, but if the basic civil rights of this country seem at risk, I think that might be the one thing that would persuade me to, and perhaps it would be on a temporary basis, but to court pack, to balance back in any objection or objective framework to bring back the appropriate balance in our judicial. So again, if I had ever imagined that we would see this level of assault on a woman's right to control their own body, I just wouldn't have believed it. So that would be the one example where, you know, someone's basic right to marry someone that they're in love with. I mean, love is love. The woman's right to their own body, and all the basic civil rights.